shit, man.
Oh my God. Let me show you what I got.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hi.
And I apologize. There's like a tree getting cut down outside my house. So if you guys can hear that, can you hear it?
I have no picture.
I know. Where's your avatar?
I don't
Um,
know. Let
If
me
you
see if I can
click,
change it.
yeah, if you click on like the three dots, I think you should be able to edit your audio avatar.
Oh, you're so smart. Okay, I think I only have one picture
There you
on here.
go.
There, at least it's
Oh.
not empty. It's not the picture I wanted, but oh well.
All right, gonna say hello to everybody. So, hey, Ashtastic, Gina Diamond, Emmy, Lisa Oldham's coolest person we know,
Coolest person.
Kay Brace, Lindsay Lee, hey friends, Steph B, Thor, Pookie, Jenny Jennifer, and Green Bean. Hey, Hope's Echo. We miss. Oh, Okie. Always good to see you. Road Rash. Queen Bella, hello. Hey, generally Jenny. I know. You like our backdrop? This is like, I feel like if I lived in Palm Springs, right? Or if I was a Golden Girl, this is what my house would look like.
I know, right? It's so cool. It's so aesthetically pleasing.
Right? Oh my gosh, my mouse sucks. Hey, Rock a Bit. Yep. All right. I think we got everybody. If we missed you, hello. So we are having a hard but necessary conversation tonight.
Yeah. Some people may not like it.
Some people may not like it. And I feel like if they are feeling uncomfortable about what we're talking about,
It
maybe look
probably
inwards.
relates to them.
Right? Hey, Roro. Oh, our names. I know. I figured out overlays. Kind of excited. Yes. All right. So there is a poll going. It looks like we have 40 votes. Oh, and 37 people. So our first poll was, do you feel like you've witnessed bullying behavior on YouTube?
I feel like this is going to be a yes for everyone.
Well, we actually have 3% so far said no.
Oh,
Which
that's
that
interesting.
3%, you're lucky to never have experienced it or witnessed it.
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
Yes, Queen Bella. If you feel uncomfortable, you may be a bully. Very true. Fur baby. Thanks for coming. Oh, 2% is 1%. Okay.
Is Emmy giving us the
The mathematical equation.
I'm trying to change my picture because I really don't want my wedding picture up there. So I'm trying to find a picture of anything but that. Oh my gosh. I'm such a loser.
No, you're not a loser. Don't call yourself that.
I'm a loser, baby. All right, let's see. Download.
You don't see a poll? Okay, so it says, do you feel like you have witnessed bullying behavior on YouTube? Yes or no? So I guess you can answer also in the chat. Hey, Cheese.
I definitely
Hey,
feel like
Jasmine.
I have and I guess I didn't realize how much bullying goes on. I mean, you hear about it in your kids' schools and, when we were growing up. I mean, I just don't think it was as prevalent, or maybe we didn't refer to it as bullying, maybe teasing.
Right.
Because
That's
I was
very
trying to
true.
think about this and I was like, I really don't remember getting bullied. Like, I remember people teasing me about things. Like, they would call
Right.
my eyelashes spiders because they were so long.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was, and so I would like start plucking my eyelashes out.
Oh, my
Isn't
gosh.
that
You
awful?
poor thing. Oh, my gosh. That sounds so painful.
Yeah, now I am like, you bitches are probably paying for your eyelashes.
Oh, for sure. People pay good
But
money for those goddamn eyelashes.
yeah, but I definitely got made fun of for my eyelashes being so long. And
That's a weird thing to make fun of somebody
isn't
for.
that weird?
Yes,
And
it is.
I don't think I'll ever forget that because I just specifically remember plucking my eyelashes out and my mom being like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah. Well, I always got told in elementary school that I stuffed my bra. And
Oh,
I I feel like nowadays that's like a compliment, I guess. I don't know. But as like a fourth grader, not so fun.
yeah,
So
no. Like
that was
feeling
like,
like you need to be accepted.
yeah, and just having something for somebody to make fun of you for is never a good
Hmm.
feeling.
No, I agree.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Yeah, see, for baby says, I pay for my eyelashes. I won't lie, I have gotten them before just because I love the fake eyelash look. So,
I do too, but I mean, as like, I think I was probably around, I would say like 8 to 10. I definitely got made fun of a lot
that's crazy.
for my eyelashes. Yeah. And thinking back on it now, yeah, that sounds really weird, but I don't know.
I do think online has something to do with it. However, I was in I guess it's like a community, so there was this like online virtual chat room way back like when AOL days, and it was like a little, online community that you could fall into. There was a lot of people that were on there a lot. And the bullying on there was probably almost as bad as the bullying that you see on YouTube today. And that was probably in the early 2000s, maybe late
Mhm.
90s. But I think it has to do a lot, at least on the online side, with the fact that you're behind a computer, you're not doing it to their face.
Well, and then would you act like this to people's faces? Because I have a feeling that's a no. Like some of
Yeah.
the stuff that I see people say to one another on here. I mean, I'll use myself as an example. Um, with BHP, um, calling her like, I don't know, what do we call her, Bertha? I don't think I'd call her Bertha in person because I'd feel like, wow, that's really low
Mm,
class.
right. Well, in person, I mean, you may call her by her first name. I don't know.
Hmm.
Because she refers
I don't
herself to
know.
her first name. Yes,
I used
keyboard.
to
Oh
get
my,
bullied in the Neopets.
Neopets. So
Oh my
yes,
gosh.
actually, Neopets was like a big thing that people did. Yep, were you ever on the Palace? That's what
Right?
the online chat room was called.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I
Mm.
think I'd call her by her real name in person. Hey, Sinner.
Neopets, I know. I forgot about
But
Neopets.
I think it's so much easier to be behind a computer screen and say all these crazy things, and it's a very like instant gratification because you are, emotional in that. I don't think some of these people don't participate in real life very often. Yeah, I agree with you.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, especially
you,
with how often you see them sometimes, around the streets of YouTube.
yeah, I wonder if people get showers sometimes. It's like, how do you take care of your family?
Yeah. I mean, granted, everything's at our fingertips now. Oh, okay, yeah. That's hilarious. I mean, it's on your phone, you can take it with you, but to be
I agree, Triple
actively
Diamond Art. I would definitely
participating.
avoid her as well. But I try to think like, because okay, we're gonna have this discussion. Well, I have to ask myself the same question.
For sure. Okay, so we will end our first poll. Do you feel like you've witnessed bullying behavior on YouTube? So 96% said yes, 3% said no.
Fur baby, I agree. I often say things and then I will go at night and be like, why did I say that? That's not who I am. And then I have to like remind myself, like, don't let these people get you to a place where, you wouldn't even act like this in real life. So why would you act like this behind a computer?
Right.
Emmy, our mathematician, she said two people said no.
2 people said no. Okay.
Yeah.
Opie says, I see so much bullying on YouTube. Wait, this isn't a yes or no, is it? Okay. So our next our n- oh gosh, this isn't a yes or no. I'm so sorry. I'm like, sorry guys. I just was like yes or no. Okay. So, let's redo that.
Do you ever see the videos where someone instigates someone and once the person gets fed up, they suddenly are victims? Yeah, I see that all the time here. Hey Zen.
Okay. I fixed the poll. So, do you feel like bullying comes more from chatters or creators? I was teased about my big ass in 3rd grade. Well, not
Oh,
right?
that's a shame. Yeah, now people are paying good money for that, Roro.
For sure. And same with me, like being told I stuffed my bra. It was funny. My stepmom was always like, just flash him. It'll shut him up. I'm like, no, I'm in 3rd grade.
Can you
But
imagine that now?
yeah, and then I get expelled.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. At first I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, oh, my poll makes no sense. All right.
I personally think that I see both.
Yeah.
And
And it
sometimes I
probably
hate to say it, I see the subs stirring up so much drama. Like sometimes the creator is talking about something, the sub will say something, and they'll look down and see that in their chat and they'll run with it, and it's completely false information.
for sure. And that's a lot. That's just a lot of things. I feel like a lot of people, and I think we said this before, a lot of people take what they hear, they don't vet it for themselves, and they run with it.
Hmm.
And, causes more harm than good. You were the bully. Okay.
I was the bully. That's interesting. I mean, I see it all the time where, today I was watching a live and they were talking about a case, but they were going off of whatever the subs were saying in the chat. And it's like, you can't expect people to take you serious if you're not even going to look into the information yourself, like the basic location, city, state, that type of
Right.
thing. It's like you got to be able to get that right, in
Yeah, at
my
least the basic
opinion.
information.
Yeah.
Like
And then when
usually
you're
the
putting,
first
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's usually the first sentence of any article is all the location and everything, but
Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, you can say that doesn't matter, but does it really? I mean, if I were the parent of the victim that you're talking about, I would think it matters.
oh, for sure. And you always got to think, and that's why I don't cover true crime because I never want to be that person that doesn't represent it in the way the family would want it.
Mhm.
I see it's not okay now. When I was younger, I didn't see the wrong in it. Okay, well, I'm glad you self reflected and saw it was something you didn't want to do anymore. Hey, Grain. Hey, Willow. We didn't say hi to Willow.
Hey, Green. Hey, Willow. Yeah, I'm
Is
just
this
seeing
the real
everybody.
Grain?
Also, some people don't let people bully them. Like me, you could say whatever you want or call me whatever. I don't, yeah, I agree with that. I don't, a lot of things don't get under my skin.
But that's not the same for everybody.
It's not the same for everybody. And I think that's taken years for me to get to that point.
Right.
That's so funny. I remember those tank tops with the padding. Oh my gosh, they were lifesavers.
Oh my gosh. The like camis with the built-in bras
Yes.
with the
Like
padding,
all the
that's for
different
sure.
colors.
Yeah. And the layering, remember layering?
Oh man, the layering.
The layering. Okay. So right now we're at 61% that think that bullying comes more from chatters than creators. Okay. And do we think it's because maybe chatters feel like they don't have any boundaries? I don't know.
Responsibility.
Yeah, or responsibility that they're not the creator, so they can say whatever they want.
Yeah, I think definitely, in my opinion.
And that, yeah, that's very true. It's like we all understand we're going to get criticism online. That comes with the territory, but
Well,
when is it too far?
when is it too far? I've seen people come in chats and tell blatant lies, and creators just instantly react.
Right.
Yeah, no, I have
That is very
to.
true.
Oh my
And
gosh, Wonder Bras. I remember those. Yes, with the water in them. Oh my gosh. I had one of those. That's so embarrassing.
the water bra, oh my gosh.
Wow, I forgot about those.
Yeah, it does reflect on the creator. One, I feel like maybe there are some chatters, and I don't know if it's intentional. I mean, probably most of the time it is to get a reaction, but do that and say something extraordinary just to get a reaction from the creator.
Well, and I think sometimes like the chatters forget that they're real people too, and they can have an opinion without everybody agreeing with them. And then so I see a lot of, in my opinion, I see a lot of like the chatters trying to, I don't know if you want to, if I mean kissing the creator's ass
Mm-hmm.
in a way to like, I don't know, it's very weird. Um
Yeah.
I
Does
don't
it
know,
go
I've
to
never
where?
really witnessed it to like please the creator in some way, but yet they don't know the creator. I don't know. It's very
And is it
strange.
like a parasocial
Yes.
bonding type of
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
So, all right. So we'll give this poll a couple more minutes, but looks like chatters is not necessarily, I guess not winning's not the right word. Chatters is the lead.
Hey,
Hey,
Georgia.
Georgia. Jinx.
Twinning.
At one point, there was a creator who claimed to be the bully of bullies, and it was, oh, I bet. And that's the thing. I feel like it becomes super hard to watch once a creator gets to that point where they're just known to bully.
Well, and I want to go back to like what Fur Baby said. Like, I'm not a naturally mean person and I don't like
Right.
confrontation. And so when I first got onto YouTube, I got sucked up in the like, okay, like I guess the hate for certain creators and like that little clicky type of
Herd
thing.
mentality. Yeah.
Mhm. And so then I would think about it and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't hate these people. Like, I don't even know
Right.
these people. Why am I
Right.
giving them so much energy if I don't like them? Yeah, people are right when they say, like, don't watch the people. I mean,
Right.
although it's hard because you get sucked into this, like, it,
It's like a cyclone,
it
like a
is.
tornado. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like hate bonding almost.
For sure.
When I was in middle school, my mom instilled in me to be different.
Yes.
Because she didn't want to have to buy me clothes like everyone else. It backfired when I was in high school
And
and
dress code.
dressed goth.
I definitely went through like my punk rock phase where I only shopped at Hot Topic.
Oh, me too. I had a chain wallet and remember
Oh my
Etnies?
gosh. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, VK sir.
Hey, VK, sir. Creators will gaslight the ever loving hell out of other creators. I've questioned myself more times than I'd like to admit. Yeah, I agree. Like sometimes I'm like, if I wouldn't want my family seeing some of this stuff,
Right.
like I don't want to be a part of it. You know what I mean? And so
The hardest thing to watch is people you know don't want to be bullies start to bully someone and then yeah. Well, and it's like you get tunnel vision. You think, this is how it's right to act this way because all my friends are doing it.
mhm.
So
Well, and some people I don't think have, families or they're, live alone or they're, maybe they're retired or what have you at different places in their life. And this is kind of their family. So in
for
a sense,
sure.
I do get like it can be very hard to pull away from it, almost like a breakup in some sense. If you're not agreeing
For
with that
sure.
certain creator, it's hard, I think, sometimes for people to pull away.
Well, but it's like it because they become your like online family, and I know even with toxic family members, it's hard to pull away.
Of course, because a part of you still wants to be involved because you have that bond, whatever drew you to that person in the first place.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so many get caught in the crowd just because it gives you a sense of belonging, which I can totally see is attractive,
yeah, because we
belonging to
all want
something
community as
for sure.
humans. We crave that community.
Yes. To me, what's important is to have people who care for you, who will call you out when you're going the wrong way. Yeah, shake you and be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for baby. I know. A lot of us know about toxic family, and that's another thing is like some people who have toxic family come to the internet to have a chosen family maybe in a sense. But it's like if that family's just as toxic.
Yeah, I agree with you, Granny. I think
Yes.
some of the subs do stay with the creator because of the chat room. I'm definitely
Oh,
guilty of that in some sense in some chat rooms.
for sure. I this is another question we have, Lisa, but I agree. It's so hard to try and stand up for your friends and stand up to bullies online because then you get clipped, it gets taken out of context, and it's like, okay, well now I'm enemy number one. All right, we're going to end the poll, and it's actually a 50-50. Interesting.
What was the question again for the poll? Because I can't see it.
Oh, it was do you feel like bullying comes more from chatters or creators?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I definitely think 50-50 is probably spot on.
Yeah. And it's sometimes just the environment you're in. All right. So Nanya says, also to be fair, watching some of these people harming families or being disrespectful advocates activates an emotional response. It's easy to fall into that. Yes, and that's another thing is also wanting to stand up for somebody that you care about that is being bullied. Um, it does elicit an emotional response, and so it's very hard. Right. I don't like seeing bullying. There's a fine line of me becoming a bully when I try and stop them. Right. I used to be so mean to bullies, like, hey, you know what? If your life is so bad, you have to make fun of me. Right? That is very true. I think it's actually 50-50. The creators couldn't do it without the chatters participating. Yeah, or else they're just yelling to a room of people that are like, what? So that is very true. So this isn't a question that could be in a poll, but feel free to answer in the chat. At what point does conflict between creators become bullying?
That's a good one. Yeah, how far is too far? I can't hear you, AMAC.
I know, sorry. My food just
Oh,
got here, so I just took a big bite.
no, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
realize
you're
that.
fine. Ugh.
Eat away.
Then yes, that's why we got to held the parts inside. And I always thought that with even just personal relationships, like a significant other, it's hard to love somebody else if you don't love yourself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Doesn't that question answer itself? Kind of. It depends if it's for show. Yeah, very true. Or really hurting the creator is only one of them, in my opinion. I take things so to heart that I don't want to do that to others. I'm a softie. Yeah, and it's if you are an empathetic person, it's hard. Yeah.
You know what I find strange is like in my everyday life, I'm able to be around people and family members that I don't necessarily like or agree with their lifestyle or their choices or what have you. But on YouTube, for some reason, I see some creators, they will not like you to go into another creator's chat if they don't like them. So I think that's very weird. And it definitely puts the subs in an awkward situation because in real life, I'll be around those family members, at family functions or what have you, and I'm able to function as a
Right.
normal person. Like just because I don't necessarily like them doesn't mean, I can't be around them and be polite. But on
Yeah.
here, it doesn't seem quite like that.
No, it's very black and white. And I think that's why Nunya probably had her gray gang. Although that was um and then, you see people coming in chats with alts cuz they are scared to come under their real name. Yes. Exactly. You have to surround yourself with people that act how you want to be treated. I always wanted to make a YouTube since the beginning of COVID, but refused to. Yeah. Yeah, as a creator, you do put yourself out there for that. So, um, that's why I try, I won't go into that, but you do open yourself up to that. It's hard. I always am scared. I'm always scared there's gonna be something put out about me, but whatever. They like me that much. Hey, Luke Hill, I like your hat.
Yeah, I don't have anything to put out about me. I don't unfortunately have a record. Sometimes I wish I was a little bit more on the wild side as a young adult, but
Right,
there's really nothing. I live a very
right.
so dig up all you want.
During the time where every stream was about BHB on every page, I was a sub to, and it was day and night. I purged a lot of pages. Yeah, and
I, I
I
I agree with you.
I'm not innocent in the BHB realm. I have made videos about BHB, but yeah, it does become a lot when you're just beat over the head with it. Right? We need to be
Yeah,
more
yep.
scandalous.
I definitely am not one that you want. I mean, I've never been arrested. I've never been to jail or prison because I've learned the difference from my husband.
Right.
I thought they were the same thing, but they're not. Yeah, no.
Grain had a like a real billboard
You had a billboard, Grain?
on the side of the road.
Stop it. See, that's the crazy shit that I just am like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Don't
Yes,
tell me
Kenya.
somebody made a billboard about you, Grain.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you have to have thick skin. I don't know if anybody watches Below Deck, but that was a funny part this season. Thick skin. We need thicker skin.
Thick as skin.
Thicker skin.
All the hate for Laura too. Yeah. I like Laura. I listen to Laura.
So do I. And I think somebody said this to Laura, maybe, or maybe in our chat last time. But I found Laura because people were constantly talking shit about her.
Same thing. Like everybody was talking about Laura and I'm like, why do people hate this person so much? So I actually
Right?
went over and subbed to her because of that.
Right. And I was just like, and I think honestly, same with Granny.
Yes,
Um,
I same thing with Granny. So Steph B, I was told this is not from experience, but jail is like the county jail and prison is like I guess for federal offenses. Am I correct?
or jails where
Like you
you're
go,
kept until you go to prison. I don't know.
yeah, I don't I thought they were the same thing, but apparently they're not.
Okay. You guys are quick with these voting.
Grain, I
Ooh,
need
82 in
more
chat.
context on this billboard.
I know. I like her sometimes and have come to know that she is going to say crazy stuff and I'll be shaking. Yeah. I know. I just can't watch her when she just goes off in the tangents and just screaming at people, but sometimes that is the best part. I check out for a while. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you do have to take a break. Just like, with family members. I have to take a break from some of my family members, to to make sure that I don't burn out on them. Yeah, that's what I thought, Holla.
Sen
And
says
then
you get more freedom in prison. Well,
mm,
apparently, according to Alex Murdaugh, he does.
oh my gosh. Jail's where you stay under a year while you're involved in a case. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. See, I'm smarter than I thought.
More privileged in prison. More privileged. It's interesting. The whole prison thing is, I didn't even know that all, jails and prisons are privatized either. I've learned so much.
Have you ever watched 60 Days In? That show's crazy.
I've watched it like once, but not I don't even remember what it was about. So I should watch it. I know Dolly, I think, says he watches those shows.
Oh, really? Yeah, it
Yeah.
first 2 seasons were really good. It felt really like authentic.
And then it
We
just
got to the 3rd, it just felt scripted. So I
yeah.
definitely watched 1 and 2. It was pretty wild. Okay, so 87% say that they have unsubscribed from a creator because they felt like they were bullying.
That's a lot.
I know. And Faithful Laura does have confidence for days. She is very assertive and strong.
I
Sometimes I
think
wish I
you
was like
have to be on here, honestly. I mean, it could really affect somebody's mental health,
I can be in
this
chat and
place.
have no idea what the drama is about because I don't care. I know. I know. That was probably the best part about being new to YouTube is I had no idea what anybody was talking about. So I was like, you know, ignorance is bliss sometimes, but ice cream.
Really? I know that they had TVs. I didn't know the ice cream thing, but I guess that makes sense.
Oh, okay. We'll have to schedule a voice chat time with Grain so she can tell us about her
I thought
billboard.
some of the statistics that I brought, that I was researching for this live were so interesting. I'll
Okay.
read some of them. 64% of American young adults 18 to 29 have experienced cyberbullying. 64%.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Middle school aged cyberbullying victims are almost twice as likely to attempt suicide than non-victims.
My gosh.
That's crazy.
That's so sad. Hey, Irish. Or is it? Yeah, Irish. Hey. So we're gonna end this poll. So 85% said they have unsubscribed due to a creator that they felt was bullying. But yeah, the numbers are crazy. And
I mean, that's huge. 41% of US adults have experienced some sort of online harassment. 41%.
and I believe it because I've seen some just threads on Facebook even where it's your full name out there usually, and people are just being horrible just because they have different beliefs than them, usually politically, you know ignited. But okay, did you already read what the oh, no, I
I'll
haven't.
read it.
I actually I haven't.
Cyberbullying is the use of technology to harass, threaten, embarrass, or target another person. Online threats and mean aggressive or rude texts, tweets, posts, or messages all count. So does posting personal information, pictures, or videos designed to hurt or embarrass someone else.
Yep. And some cyberbullying crosses into the line of unlawful or criminal behavior. Oh. Yeah, so I mean, back in those days that I told you guys about, I was probably in middle school. I had a whole website made about me because some
Really?
people in this chat room didn't like me. So they went and made a whole website about me. So it's it's nothing new by any means. My son was bullied in high school. He graduated. He's such a wonderful human being. Oh, I know. And that's something that even now it's still really prevalent.
I didn't realize the cyberbullying, um, posting personal information, pictures, or videos designed to hurt or embarrass someone else. I didn't realize that was going to be in the definition.
Right. And it's probably not criminal at that point. But it's still, you're putting it out in it with intent to, yeah, embarrass or humiliate them. So,
Nanya, I guess I'm not sure as far as that's concerned. I guess it would be how far somebody takes it, but this is the definition um, on Wikipedia.
yeah, and then this was pulled, I think, from the National Center for Bullying, or forget the actual website. Let's see. Okay, sorry, that's just a YouTube video. Okay, so the poll. So 54% have been bullied on YouTube. So the new poll is, have you been bullied on YouTube? Yeah, and I guess it's just the general, definition of cyberbullying. That's why it says some cyberbullying crosses the
I would
line.
say if you're posting somebody's mugshot, yeah, I would think that that's cyberbullying. Why else would you post somebody's mugshot? I mean, and that goes for anybody.
Yeah. Well,
Because, I mean, obviously the person that got arrested knows they got arrested.
right.
So, the internet doesn't need to tell that person that they got arrested. Yeah,
Yeah,
malice
Okie.
intent. I agree with you, Emmy.
When a lot of people think just because it's public record, you should be able to blast it all over everything. But there's this great saying I always say, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cyberbullying would also be way and looks like it would be face to face. Yeah. Does it mention malice? Um, it just says causing embarrassment or humiliation. I don't know about malice. Did your definition say anything about
It
malice?
didn't say malice, but I think as far as malice intent, where does it cross the line? You know,
Hey, Jonesin.
hey
They're
Joneson,
maybe they're posting mugs for edible bouquets. What?
a mugshot for closed case serves no purpose.
Okay.
1 in every 5 students report being bullied.
1 in 5.
And 41% of students report being bullied from, it says, grades 3 through 12, which is a crazy.
Senior in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe. Well, I was gonna say I can't believe seniors are still bullying, but I mean, let's be real. We see adults bully every day. Okay, I'm gonna switch up the poll. So right now oh gosh, we're 50-50 yet for have you been bullied on YouTube? Okay. Okay. So the next poll is gonna be, was that bullying behavior due to sticking up for someone else being bullied? Yes, Okie. That case, Emmy's been covering it. The next Benedict case, classic case of bullying. And bullying that turned physical. Um, sorry.
This
My
says
camera.
this statistic 9 through 12-year-olds, 50% of tweens say they've experienced bullying at school.
Yeah, I believe it. Okay.
And then it said those who were cyberbullied shared that it negatively impacted their feelings about themselves. 70% said it negatively impacted their feelings about themselves. And
Oh,
31% said that it affected their friendships, and 13% said it affected their overall health,
well, and especially as a kid, you feel like your friends in school, that's like that's your
your
life.
lifeline.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. We will actually be sliding into that topic of why are kids bullying? Okay. Dang, so these bowls are coming out kind of right down the middle. These No worries, Irish. I know. This isn't a fun topic for Saturday night, but we felt it was important to have. Um, just with, everything going on. Okay. So we're at 53 say yes, they were bullied because they were sticking up for someone else being bullied, and 47% said no. So we're going to get into probably one of the most important questions. Do you think that kids mimic adults' behaviors? Ash Chastic. Yeah, I know. And I feel like it does carry in to your adult life sometimes when you've gone through that. I hate confrontation. I'll do it, but I hate it. Listen to your kids. Many say I just keep my head down and hope they don't pick on me. Oh. Well, and why do we think these kids are bullying? Okay, 28 votes in. That
I do think it starts at home, I unfortunately, my daughter, she's getting ready to have a birthday coming up, and my rule for her is if she doesn't invite every kid in her class, she can't invite any of them.
right. And that was
So,
always a rule for I feel like
yeah,
for me too.
she's tried, every other year to try to pick and choose, and it's unbeknownst to her. She really isn't thinking like she wants to, you know, exile anybody out of there, but she's like, why do I have to invite the boys? Or why do I have to? And I'm like, well, you need to give everybody a choice. So I'm
Right.
sure they probably won't come, but if they do, they should be able to,
Yeah, or given the option.
given the option. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Jones, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is a cool way to include everyone.
And she was actually one of the only girls that showed up to one of her friends that was a boy last year. And the mom specifically texted me after and said, thank you so much for showing up. Because there's
Oh,
a lot of kids that the parents are handing out invitations and the parents aren't RSVPing. Like all you have to do is say, no, you're busy.
right,
And they don't come.
right.
So
I know. And I think for a kid, even as a teen. Like that's one of the worst feelings is when people don't show up to your birthday.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Ash, that's awful.
Yeah, I'm sorry you went through that.
And you don't forget stuff like that, you know?
No.
They
Yeah, I
always
was
say
kind of with
that
you.
people will always will remember the way you made them feel, you know?
Yeah, that is so true. And that's why I felt like I always tried to be nice to everybody. I tried not to be cliquey in high school. I was a cheerleader, so that kind of painted me with a certain brush, but um I was kind of like Emmy. She said she had friends on both sides of the hierarchy. I was friends
Same.
with the drama kids, the cheerleaders, the smart
I played
kids.
sports, so I had a little bit of everybody, you know? And we had to maintain our grades in order to stay on our team. So,
Yes. I know. I remember after on my senior year, after I didn't have to make grades for cheerleading anymore, they went down. So so bad.
I agree with what Green and the good Nunya are saying. Like the kids sometimes, in some cases, school is the children's outlet. You know, it's their
Their time to be themselves.
their time to be themselves. Their time to have fun and hang out with their friends. And the worst thing is them being bullied and not being able to do that.
Right.
Another thing I do is I always pack my daughter more food than she's supposed to have, and
So she can
she
give it
knows
to
she can
people.
always give her food away.
Oh, that's so cute.
So she does that as well, and she's like, "Mom, I did this or I gave this person this." And I'm like, "That's great." You know?
Yeah, Cocoa Puff. That makes my heart. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
tons of people showed up and made it a huge party in the park. That is amazing.
That is amazing. You know, when we were growing up,
Yeah.
birthday parties are something we look forward to.
Yes. And that was always the burn. Like, you're not invited to my birthday.
Mhm.
A lot of kids who do bullying are absolutely going through something at home and need some type of help. Yes, I agree. I agree that it can come from something that's going on at home, but also the environment that they're in, what their role models are behaving like.
Mhm. I
So,
agree, Green.
right.
I know Joneson was talking about a kid on the bus, and she made sure that that kid was protected, and that's what we need, you know. And then I think about when I get on here and I start like saying crazy things, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not being a good role model to my daughter and my son, and I would be embarrassed if they saw how I was, talking about somebody else on the internet.
Right.
So
Y- Yeah,
I've reeled
for
it back
sure.
in as much as I dislike a particular creator. I'm like, I'm just not,
Yeah, you just kind of have to not watch, not let yourself be enveloped by what's going on, because sometimes it's hard, and I know there's a lot of people in here that have had a really hard time not addressing certain things happening, and I feel like that goes hand in hand with sometimes trying to stick up for people. It's a double-edged sword.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is. It's hard, when you're
Hey,
trying
hippie.
to, you want to protect the person. You're like, I know this isn't true about this person. I know this isn't true, but then you're becoming something that you say you're against
Right. Well,
or you don't
and
want to be.
yeah, Well, and even just saying like this isn't true, this didn't happen, you're making yourself the next target, in my opinion. So it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to stick with
And
that.
I agree with this, Nanya. Now, my kids are smaller, so they're in bed when we go, because it would be a complete train wreck to try to do a live with my kids because they are loud. My grandmother that has dementia, she puts her hands in her ears and she's like, "Gosh, these kids are so loud." And I'm like, "I know, right?"
Oh,
She forgets who they are when we go to her house, and it's so
poor
funny. So
thing.
I would never be able to get away with having them awake, but my husband is. So, and I don't want to, be like I said, I definitely want to be a role model to them.
For sure. Aw, thanks, Luke Hill. Okay, so we're gonna end the poll at night. So 95% think kids mimic adults' behaviors. 5% said
Oh yeah.
no. All right, so next poll question: do we think there are actually kids in our chats unbeknownst to us? And I don't know if I spelt unbeknownst wrong, so Emmy can correct me. But I think my spell check would have caught it.
I um I don't know. I mean, I guess anything is possible. How do you know? You don't, I mean, we don't know who's behind the computer screen.
Yeah.
I'm sure there has to be. I mean, this day and age, it's like you hear one crazy story every day, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Do adults that act like kids count? I mean,
Yeah.
sure, I guess.
Nanya, you're funny. Yeah. I'm still a little bit cool, but not really cool to my daughter. My son's too young. He thinks I'm the greatest thing ever, so that's great. But my daughter,
Oh,
she's like, "Mom, stop."
I know she's at the age where she's gonna start.
Yeah, she's
No
not,
embarrassing.
Yep. Oh, Emmy said, I checked my analytics for, whoops, hold on. Where did it go? Oh
Oh,
my
right here.
gosh.
I got it for you.
Okay. I'm like, hold on, where did it go? Speaking of kids, I checked my analytics for lifetime for persons under 18. The numbers were 0%. Oh, that's cool that you can check that.
Hello, Apple. Welcome. Hey,
Hey, Apple.
Grandma.
Oh, Ashtastic. That's hysterical. I wish my daughter would wear
That's
some same stuff as
adorable.
I do, or that's cool.
Yeah. And I know Pookie says this, but Rapper might be a kid.
You think so?
I don't know. Sometimes he acts like a little kid, but yeah, I know. But yep, that's what I was thinking because you could just lie about your birth date. You could just put
Oh,
the
that's true.
wrong
Yeah.
birth date in. So that's why I'm like, do we think there might be, actual kids in the chat and they're seeing all of this crazy ass behavior, you know, and they're like, okay, so this is what we do on the tubes.
Yeah, I
And
mean, I know that um the internet's forever, so I'm trying to take that into consideration in my own life on here.
oh my god, Nanya, I'm laughing so hard.
And he had a button to the multiverse. That's funny. Yeah, I'm
I
faithful.
wish I saw that.
I agree.
How boring did I know, right? Because yeah, you consider that. When I thought of YouTube before I found like this, you know, this sector, I just thought YouTube was for kids to watch videos.
I thought the same thing. I had no clue there was all of this on YouTube.
Me
No clue.
neither. Me neither.
This is like going into another universe, like a world, like a roller coaster, like one of those wooden roller coasters, that like
Oh
are
yeah.
bumpy and
Yes. They have one in Santa Cruz. The Big Dipper.
I'm always scared.
But yeah,
I agree.
so
Yeah.
let's say kids snuck into our live streams. They're seeing adults, act like this. And then what if it's our kids? Like I don't have kids, but what if our kids are, watching these live streams or even just rewatching them? What are they going to think? Are we making them proud?
I don't know. I mean, I agree, Cocoa Puff. Like I had knew that YouTube was, you were able to interact with other people, but I didn't think it was like all of this, the chat. Like I didn't realize how much of the chat was important to it because I mean that's a big part of it is communicating with the other chatters.
Yeah. Sorry. Fucking two comments that got me. Maybe that's the new thing. Stream like your boss is watching.
There you go.
And then Willow said, I'd say we have a few kids sneak it, but I got some AARP shit in the mail last month. Ain't no 20-year-old want to hear my old ass talk Metamucil. Yes, the Big Dipper. I knew I'd get some comments on that. I was thinking maybe Nunya
I
too.
thought the same thing, M Faithful. Like I thought, people just watch, tutorials. And honestly, that's how I came to YouTube is getting, how to wrap Christmas presents better or, I don't know, kids stuff, whatever. And then I found this place and I haven't been able to get away. It's
Oh goodness. And don't get me wrong, and you probably feel the same way, but we've met some actually really cool
oh
people
yeah.
here. Not
I'm so
everybody's a
glad.
bully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
100%. I've met some great people on here and it's like I always think if I didn't get on here that I would never know half of you guys
right.
and that would be boring.
Okay, so 83% thinks there could be kids in our chats. All right. I think that's all for the polls. Let's see. I never respond to anyone in a nasty way while Caden is around. Oh gosh. Yeah, never good. More likes are needed, please, and thank you. Ask for creep for my
Right.
So I did have a clip that Nunya might know what this is from, but this is a surprise to SoFlo. So I have a clip from. It's a 90-day fiance tell-all.
Oh.
And it was, I think, right when COVID happened, so they were doing it virtually. So it just reminded me of a YouTube panel and how sometimes I want to get on a panel and just, defend some people. So let me see if I
Let's
can.
watch it.
What to do. Don't tell me what to do, Debbie.
Okay, so just some context. The bottom the bottom left is Kalani and Asuelu. Kalani is from California, Asuelu from I can't say Samoa, right? Samoa. And Tammy is his sister, who's on the top, and then Debbie is on the other side. So basically, a big thing for Asuelu's family is they want him to send money to Samoa, and he has little kids. They're struggling to, support themselves. And Tammy told, because Kalani was walking away when she was yelling at her, she said she was going to beat her up. Right? So they're like, you're really going to beat her up? And then Kalani's sister, who's named Colini, which is funny, she's like, Tammy goes, I'll beat you up too, Kalini. And Kalini's like, oh, I'll send you my address. So now Debbie gets involved.
Don't
telling you
tell
what to
me
do.
what
You
to
don't have
do.
a
Stay
sense.
out of it, girl.
No, you stay out of it.
Stay
You
out
stay
of
out of it. Nah, I'm not going
It's
to do that. People that know me know
business.
I can't
My
do
brother
that.
needs to help.
Sean Robinson's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, no, Jones, and they split. So this is an old tell-all. This is like Happily Ever After season 5.
Us no matter what, Debbie.
No, you're
No,
wrong.
Debbie. No, Debbie. Stay out of it.
Come up here and kick my ass.
So now Debbie's like, okay, come up here and kick my ass. You know?
It's all right.
Oh, I will, Debbie. I will,
Come
Debbie.
on.
I will. Bring it on, Debbie. Bring it on.
Bye. I'll
Okay. So this, I want to come into some streams sometimes like Angela. So Angela says, I'll take Debbie's place.
take Debbie's place.
Okay, bring it on.
You sat here and bullied all these ladies on here. Well, bully me, bitch.
Bring it.
Sorry, I just love that. I just want to
This is
get on a panel
on.
and say,
You sat here and bullied all these ladies on here. Well, bully me, bitch.
bully me, bitch. Yes, I know. I watch a lot of TV. I blame my husband. He's a television dude. So, anywho, that was just my little comedic relief.
That
Her
is
baby,
funny.
his name is Colty. I can't click on her comment. Okay. She said Colt is a joke. His name's Colty. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I just want to jump up and be like, bully me, bitch. I dare you. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, pick. I don't know. Anywho, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'm late, but I made it. What is this? We were talking about, cyberbullying, online bullying, and that was just my example of sometimes how I want to stick up for people, but I know with certain people you can't stand up against them for anybody because they're just gonna bully you back. So bully me, bitch. Anywho.
Well, this was a good conversation. I'm glad everybody was open in chat too. So thank you guys for being so open with your stories and your feelings.
Yeah. Does anybody want to jump up and share any thoughts or feelings or vent? Oh yeah, Colty did get in a really bad accident. I saw Vanessa post about it. We'll post the StreamYard link.
Okay.
But yes, Kalani and Asuelu are no longer together. They did not make it through. What was it called? Couples therapy. Yeah, I know. And that's why it's a double-edged sword. Become the bullied. Good morning, my dick. Good afternoon, my dick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, if anybody wants to hop up, we are more than happy to have any. Sharing is caring. Wouldn't understand you right now. Oh yeah, you had some teeth work. Yes, the last resort. Thank you, Johnson. And okay, Raze, I hope you're feeling better with your teethers. We actually took our kitties to the vet. Do you know you have to brush cat's teeth? Do you brush your cat's teeth?
Yeah, I do brush my cat. She is so hairy. She's a short-haired cat, but she sheds so much.
No, but do you brush her teeth?
Oh, brush her teeth?
Yeah.
No, I put some sort of I have no idea. They say it's like toothpaste, but it smells like chicken or something. I don't
Oh,
brush
yeah.
them though.
They told
Mm-mm.
us to get some toothpaste because
I know Jonesyn looks gorgeous.
she does.
I mean, she is gorgeous, but it's always like my grandmother says when I wear makeup. She goes, "Wow, you look so great," and I'm like, "You never say that."
My
I
mom
don't have
once.
makeup on.
Oh my gosh. So when I moved away, I did a lot of FaceTime with my mom.
Uh-huh.
And my mom once, I answered FaceTime. She said, "Call me back when your face looks better."
That's so funny.
I'm like, okay, geez.
I'm curious your thought in general. Do you think some of those who bully actually like that in real life, or do you think
I don't
I
know.
think both. I think some of them act like that in real life, and I think some of them are sucked into this vortex of they're doing this for money and they have to play the part.
Right. And I think a lot of people get more confident on the internet.
Oh,
Is
100%.
I feel like a lot of bullying is worse on the internet. There was a story I brought up some clips for. I don't want to bring us down, drag us down that much with a bummer, but there is a story of Megan Meyer. It was during MySpace days, and there was a mom from her town, like a neighborhood mom, that made a MySpace account acting like a boy her age and bullied her so bad that, it didn't end well. But
Mm,
it's like because she was under like basically an alt, I guess is the equivalent on YouTube, you know, she felt like I don't know. I feel like people just get more confident.
I do too. And I think some people forget, at the end of the day, we're all humans and we're all fighting things in our real lives that, people don't know about, or we're all insecure about certain things with ourselves or what have
Right.
you. And I just always feel like just try to be as best as you can, you know, love thy
Yeah.
neighbor.
One that has to do with you don't know what silent battle people are fighting.
Hmm.
You could be talking crap about somebody who's, just one step from the edge. And,
Yeah.
you know, gotta remember we don't want to be that thing that pushes them because of one little thing might be a little thing to you, but to them, with the weight of the world on them, you know.
And I did look up the youngest child that has committed S. Unfortunately, was only 8 years old because of
Oh,
bullying,
oh
and that's
gosh.
devastating.
Yeah,
8 years old.
that's so sad.
So something to think about.
Hey, true Jedi. I try being the helping. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is you should try. I feel like everybody should hopefully try and be that person. Not everybody has the capacity mentally, but don't be the opposite who's gonna, give them the shove.
Oh, Nanya, yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say mean things on the internet, I'm not that person in real life. So I had to stop being that person on the internet. And so you'll see where I don't comment a lot now if I have nothing nice to say, because I had to, rein myself back in and say, like, this isn't who you are. I
Yeah,
volunteer a lot and I do things for my community and in my schools with my kids. And I have a child with disabilities. And, I'm all for giving back and trying to, you know, be a good role model for my children. So
yeah.
I've definitely taken a huge step back and, um,
I'm starting with the man in the
yeah,
mirror.
stopped watching BHB.
I'm
Now I'll
asking
pop
you
in
to
once in a while
change
when
your
I need to laugh
ways.
or two, but I definitely am like, why am I saying all this mean stuff? Like that is just not who I am. And it's
Right.
not.
Hey, Scorpio. And yes, Jones, into your question, I do feel like somebody can be beautiful at one point and then, their personality starts to turn ugly. And I think it does reflect on their outside. Yeah. And it's all in your head, you know?
She definitely made me laugh today.
Who did?
Betty, oh my
Oh,
gosh. I
gosh.
mean, and sometimes now I feel like it's a pure entertainment for me because I'm like, how can it be this bad?
Yeah.
Like this isn't real. This isn't real. And Emmy and I get a good laugh out of it, and it's just funny. Do you guys
So
think
for
it's go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say for this, Nanya, I feel like the creator has just a little bit more responsibility because they have a bigger reach, but subs should also realize that they could have a big reach depending on who's in, how many people are in the chat. What do you think?
I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of torn between that being like a 50-50 thing because I mean, when you're not doing something right, regardless of who you are. Yes, the creator has more reach, but I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Yeah. Roro says, I think the creator. I know, Lisa, I'm so jealous you got to see all that fun stuff at the Super Bowl. And I didn't even know one of my favorite people, Chris Stefano, was actually at the Super Bowl.
I don't know who that is.
He's a comedian. I think I've showed parts of his podcast, Hey Babe.
I have to agree with you, yep, because I feel like why I'm torn is because the subs that pay creators well, I do believe impact their decision making.
Right, because they don't want to stop that money flow.
Correct.
It's almost like a business. You don't want to piss off your donors.
For instance, what happened when I thought SoFlo invaded my Discord. That was, oh my gosh. Yeah, that was wild.
Was that the thing that
Yeah, and I was like, let me explain myself. She's like, no, I'm
Oh
not.
my gosh.
And I'm
Yes,
like,
Chrissy
and
can't.
then she was like, you type so fast. I'm like, you have no clue. I'm freaking psycho. When asked my husband.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Hey, Shambles.
But you know what? Johnson realized, and I knew she was going to at some point because I'm like, listen, I am who I am, and I stand firm with what I said, and it's still to this day like I had no clue what anybody was talking about. So I was like, what does this mean? And I'm like, I don't have to prove anything because I know that what I'm saying is the truth. So,
Right.
and she ended up apologizing, and I apologized to her, and I was like, of course, I always like Johnson, so.
I know. I think I was
But
caught
but
up
I
in that
definitely
situation
understand,
too.
like, yeah, you're paranoid because I mean, look at this place, it's crazy. But I think if more people were able to have that conversation, Joneson, then we would have a lot less problems on these streets.
Yeah, if people just explain themselves and, talked behind the scenes and resolved conflict.
Yeah. I appreciate you too, Joneson. Your sweetheart and your
I
mom and
know.
your dad.
And Joneson gets a lot of shit for her Discord. But I will say, as a member of her Discord, it's
Yeah.
probably the most uplifting, I don't know, supportive little place.
It's like a little community, like a little
It
family.
is. it is a little family, and I love it. So
I do too, and it's funny. Like those women make me laugh, and men make me
and men,
laugh so much.
yeah, and everybody loves each other in there. So, well, most people. I mean,
And
I
it's
know there
like,
are some.
when people talk about other creators, like, oh, this is like, why are you pointing out other people's mistakes? Like, if we
Yeah,
green,
we're love
if
bombing Joneson.
yeah, I love you so much. Um, if we were to like have a piece of paper and write down everybody's mistakes and shit that they do on a daily basis on these streets, like,
Oh my
listen,
gosh,
nobody's sheet is gonna be clean.
no.
So it's like when people, I just don't even pay attention to it anymore. I'm like, whatever.
People are people. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna,
That's right.
you
Okay,
know,
clip this.
clip this, bitches. Bully me, bitch. Just kidding. Uh, but
And the thing is no one else's, um, you know, oh, sorry, I just have a big mosquito bite on my leg. Um, I love our Discord too. Like nobody is going to influence the way that I feel about anybody else. Like I don't again allow that in my normal day-to-day life, and I don't allow that on my internet life either.
right,
Cuz it's like if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. But if you are a kind person, then I'm all for it. But if you're an asshole, then sorry, I'm just not about it.
yeah,
But you
me
have to be an
neither,
asshole to me. Just because you're an asshole to somebody else doesn't mean I don't like you.
for sure. Yep, we're not guilty by association. Well, we
Mm.
are, but we don't put people in that group
Yeah, like I'm not going to get mad at other people because they like people I don't like. That's not my business.
for sure.
So,
Oh, the only shambles. I know this is our shambles. The other shambles are talking shit.
yeah, and it's like for what? Who cares? People need to like do self tanners at night, do some cleansing on their face, do some gua
Ooh.
sha. Um, there's so many things.
Face mask.
Face
Um,
mask. I
maybe
mean, come on.
masturbate. That'll help.
Yeah. Yeah. Take an
Oh,
edible. I don't know,
yes.
something.
Yes. And I think JP put that clip of Cat Williams. If you're not smoking weed and you don't have a job, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I really don't.
Oh yeah, and I think JP is hysterical. Now, I think some people take her a little too serious, and that's fine. Like, she didn't make any um, parodies about me, so I'm of course going to think it's funny because it's about other people.
Right.
But I don't know if maybe she made one about me, maybe I wouldn't think it's so funny, but at this point, I think she's hysterical.
They can't clone me. They can't crack the code on the big words. Yes, girl. Flick the bean.
Ashtastic. My favorite self tanner is Saint Tropez, the airbrush one
Ooh. I mean, I
in the
have to get
airbrush
some.
can.
I'm going to California in a couple weeks, and my organ legs are going to be so white.
Oh, girl, you gotta give yourself a spray tan.
I know. I'm going to have to. If you feel like
Maybe
Discord isn't
Joneson, and
smart.
and I think sometimes people think because where she is hanging out, but I like her. Like I don't know her personally, but I think her content is funny as hell. Like I
Yeah, her
cracked when
Betty
she
one.
did the JLR one. Oh my god, I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, Betty in JLR was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, she just posted Cat Williams, so you know,
Hmm.
Cat Williams is always hilarious.
Now Pookie, yeah, I do hear some of that. People don't think she's funny, but and everybody has different opinions.
Being boozled. Oh gosh, don't let this turn into Nunya's Cooter Fest.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
thought
agree.
she went at Laura with a different energy. Yeah.
I know I have to go back center because I guess I didn't. I know that
Oh yeah.
Laura thought that way, so I gotta go back and watch that one. Yeah, JLR's was so funny, Grandma. I mean, that the armband, oh my gosh.
Right.
And she didn't blink. I mean, come on. That takes skill.
And the pointing.
And the pointing and the Diet Coke.
Lisa, so JP is, I think, somebody that came from Makeup Mobsters community. She's been doing parodies.
Yeah, I'm not sure where she came from.
Oh, I guess that's her username. I feel like you reeled that back for me. Not an asshole to me. Thank you. What? Right. Very fast. Very spooky. I know. I was crying laughing during Nanya's Cooter Festival
Oh,
stream.
Cooter Fest. Oh my gosh. And that's another thing. Like, where can you have these conversations? Like, nowhere else but here can we have these funny conversations. Because if I said what we talk about to my husband, he would think I'm absolutely insane.
Insane. I know. I had to tell him. I was like, there's a literal festival where there's a Cooter King and a Cooter Queen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
Grandma,
you could drop her link.
somebody can drop her link. It doesn't matter. We're not haters. Actually, everybody can drop everybody's link. That's whoever's a mod can drop everybody's link. That's a creator in here.
Dropping links. Did I miss the festival?
Yes, Grain, you would be the queen of this
Of the Cooters?
festival.
The Cooter Queen.
The Cooter Queen. Oh my gosh, Grain that's her new name.
Oh, sorry. If somebody's pairing you, then you're relevant. Yeah, that's what I mean. Imitation is the biggest form of flattery. Is that the saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
and JLR is kicking ass and taking names.
I know.
I mean, he's almost to 200,000.
Is he?
I mean, I think he's at 160.
Holy moly, that's crazy.
Or 150. Don't quote me on that. I'm not exactly sure, but I thought he was getting close.
That is crazy.
He's at 160.
Wow.
I mean,
Well,
and
good
that's
for him.
That's grown. And yeah, I think it's great.
I hope the cartel leaves him alone. I'm very scared for him. Yes. Cooter's getting the wreck they deserve.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us.
You guys are the bomb.com.
He
I hope
is up there.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. JLR is smart. He pulled some fuck shit and kept it right on moving. Yeah.
Cooter something, please.
She went from Pinecone Princess to Cooter Queen.
Cooter Queen, I can take it.
Cooter or something. Oh my god, Grain cracks me up.
K-Braze, I don't think he ever tried to sue himself.
He did try to sue Kim Kardashian's butt, which I think is so funny.
What was the reason?
I don't know if it made him like not drive straight or something. Like he did like try to sue a video game because he got into an accident or got a ticket or something. I think it was Grand Theft Auto.
What?
Yeah, true story.
Very strange.
All right, guys, we love you all.
Yes. Have a great night. We don't know when we'll be live again, so make sure your notifications are on. Be safe. out there. Wear your protective gear.
And keep your cooters clean.
Keep your cooters clean.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
And we do have a special outro for this live. So stick around if you'd like, but if not, we'll see you guys later and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
If you only knew the trouble she's been